Verdict against Sheikh Hasina on plot corruption case to be pronounced tomorrow. Full verdict of Sheikh Hasina's death sentence published. Appeal has to be filed within 30 days. NBR seizes 832 bodies of gold from 2 bank lockers of ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. "210 platoons of BGB forced to be deployed to maintain law and order during election in 115 upazilas," says CEC. Election Commission withdraws region-based deadlines for expatriate voter registration. Postal ballot registration remains open till 18th December, EC Senior Secretary informs. Many families of Karail slum rendered pauper. Chief Advisor expresses deep shock and sympathy. Government to do everything to rehabilitate the victims of the fire incident. SPs posted through lottery and OCs to be posted in same manner, says Home Advisor. At least 17 people killed in flood and landslide in Indonesia. And Bangladesh beat Sri Lanka by 5-0 in qualifying round of AFC Under-17 Asian Cup football. Assalamu alaikum viewers, I'm Tanzila Manar Sultana welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the headlines. Now moving on to news in details. A Dhaka court will deliver its verdict tomorrow in 3 separate corruption cases filed against Sheikh Hasina, her son Shajib Wajid Joy, daughter Saima Wajid Putul and 20 others over alleged irregularities in the allocation of Rajuk plots. The verdict will be announced by the judge of Dhaka Special Judge Court 5 and marks the first ruling in any corruption case against Sheikh Hasina. According to the case documents, a total of 6 plots were allocated to the former Prime Minister and her family members. The court will also announce the verdict against Shajib Wajid Joy and Saima Wajid Putul on Thursday. According to the Anti-Corruption Commission ACC, Sheikh Hasina and family members of her sister's family obtained plots by abusing the authority of the Prime Minister's office. The verdict against Sheikh Rehana's daughter Tulip Siddiq is scheduled for 1st of December. Following the events of 5 August 2024, numerous previously undisclosed details, including information about the plot allocations, surfaced in the public domain. The SEC conducted a primary investigation and filed the cases against Sheikh Hasina in January 2025. The International Crimes Tribunal (ICT) today released the full text of its landmark verdict, sentencing ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal to death. With the full judgment now published, the countdown for filing appeals has begun. Under the law, both convicts may submit their appeals within 30 days of the publication of the full verdict. The ICT had earlier on 17 November 2025 handed out the death penalty to Sheikh Hasina and Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal in a case involving crimes against humanity. State approver and former IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamoon was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. The Anti-Corruption Commission has opened 3 lockers of 2 banks belonging to ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina as part of the re-verification of the submitted wealth statement. The SEC seized 9 kilograms and 700 grams of gold equivalent to 832 bhori. SEC Director General Muhammad Akhtar Hussain made the disclosure at a regular briefing at its headquarters in the capital today. According to the corruption watchdog, an investigation team led by Deputy Director Muhammad Masud Rahman applied to the Metropolitan Senior Special Judge Court on September 14, 2025, seeking permission to open the lockers. The court gave order that the lockers be opened in the presence of a judicial magistrate, a gold expert from the bullion wing of Bangladesh Bank, a tax intelligence officer from the NBR, 2 nominated officials from Central Intelligence Cell CIC and relevant bank officials. Following the court order, lockers were opened yesterday at Pubali Bank PLC's Motijil Corporate Branch and at Ogroni Branch PLC's Principal Branch. From locker number 128 at Pubali Bank, registered under the name of Sheikh Hasina, a small empty jute bag was recovered. From locker number 751, Lurge 196 at Ogroni Bank, registered under the names of Sheikh Hasina and Saima Wajid Putul, 4,923.60 grams of gold ornaments were recovered. From locker number 753, Lurge 200 of the same bank, registered under the names of Sheikh Hasina and Sheikh Rehana, 4,783.56 grams of gold ornaments were recovered. The SEC stated that based on the written descriptions and notes kept inside the lockers, the recovered gold ornaments are presumed to belong to Sheikh Hasina and her family members, Sheikh Rehana, Saima Wajid Putul, Shoji Wajid Joy and Bobby. After preparing the initial inventory list, the items were handed over to the custody of the respective branch managers. The SEC stated that after reviewing the stock list, confirming ownership and determining the value of the gold through verified goldsmiths, legal responsibilities and further actions will be taken against the concerned individuals. Chief Election Commissioner CEC A.M.M. Nasiruddin has reaffirmed the Election Commission's commitment to ensuring a free, fair and neutral 13th general election, asserting that any attempts to register the polls would be met with firm action. He made the remarks while replying to questions from reporters after inspecting election preparedness and training activities of Border Guard Bangladesh BGB at the BGB headquarters at Pilkhana. Responding to threats from a political party to register the election if barred from participating, the CEC said the Election Commission is fully prepared. Speaking about the overall law and order situation, CEC A.M.M. Nasiruddin noted that it is already better than the situation on August 5, 2025 and continues to improve as the election approaches. The CEC praised the role of law enforcement agencies, noting that their extensive election-related training, included that of BGB, police and ANSA, will significantly enhance their performance during polling duties and contribute to delivering a beautiful election to the nation. The CEC announced that it will hold a meeting with law enforcement agencies on November 30 to finalize deployment strategies. The Election Commission EC today removed regional restrictions and the previous 5-day time limit for Bangladesh citizens living abroad to register as postal voters, allowing expatriates across the globe to sign up in one continuous process. Following the decision, Bangladesh expatriates and members of the diaspora may now complete their voter registration from any location worldwide. The final deadline for postal ballot registration is December 18, 2025 and it will start after 0 hour tonight. The announcement was made by EC Senior Secretary Akhtar Ahmed on Tuesday after a meeting with TikTok representatives at the Election Commission Secretariat in Agargaon. CEC A.M.M. Nasiruddin and other election commissioners were present during the briefing. Speaking to journalists, Akhtar Ahmed explained that the earlier system had divided the world into 8 geographic regions with only 5 days allocated for registration in each region. station. From midnight on Wednesday, that is 00 hours on November 27, both the regional restrictions and the 5-day deadline will be lifted, he said. Expatriates will be able to register whenever it suits them, regardless of where they are in the world. He confirmed that the December 18 final deadline is unchanged. EC official Akhtar Ahmed also announced that a mock voting exercise will take place next Saturday at Shere Banglanagar Government Girls High School in Dhaka. The rehearsal is intended to test procedures for the upcoming Jatiya Sangshad elections and the referendum, both scheduled for the same day. A hearing on the charge of serious contempt of court against Advocate Fazlur Rahman will be held on Sunday for making derogatory remarks about the tribunal and its verdict, including a comment regarding the verdict against Sheikh Hasina. The International Crimes Tribunal 1 issued this order today after a preliminary hearing on the complaint submitted by the prosecution. On November 23, during a program on a private television channel, Advocate Fazlur Rahman stated he does not accept the tribunal's verdict. Prosecutor Ghazi M.H. Tamim said that refusing to accept a tribunal's verdict clearly constitutes contempt of court. Prosecutor Mijanul Islam added that the offence carries a provision of up to 1 year's imprisonment and a fine of up to 5,000 taka. Meanwhile, at Tribunal 1, the cross-examination of the final witness of the Chief Investigating Officer, Muhammad Munirul Islam, was conducted in the case against former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman and 7 others over the killing of 6 people, including martyr Anas, during the July mass uprising at Chankarpur in the capital. Following the Chief Investigating Officer's testimony, defense lawyers carried out the cross-examination for the second consecutive day. With this, the testimony of a total of 26 witnesses in the case has been completed. The remaining stages will be the presentation of arguments and finally the announcement of the verdict. In addition, in the case over the killing of 7 people, including the burning of 6 bodies during the July mass uprising in Ashulia, involving former MP Saiful Islam and 15 others, the International Crimes Tribunal 2 has scheduled the next hearing for December 2. The 3-member bench of Tribunal 2, led by Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhry, fixed the day this morning after concluding the 20th day of witness testimony. Today, the tribunal recorded the testimony of Seizure list witness, Sub-Inspector of Police Anisur Rahman. Earlier on November 20, the statement and cross-examination of the case's approver witness, former police SI Sheikh Abzalul Haq, were completed. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus has expressed deep concern and sympathy over the incident at Korail slum fire, where a devastating blaze destroyed a large number of homes, leaving many families homeless. He sought early recovery of those injured in the fire and extended sincere sympathies to the affected families. The Chief Advisor informed that the government will ensure all necessary assistance to the victims for their rehabilitation. The concerned authorities have been asked to gear up rescue operation and speed up relief activities. Besides, he said, instructions have been given to take effective measures to check such a disaster in future after investigating the cause of the fire incident. Agriculture and Home Affairs Advisor, Lieutenant General retired Muhammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhary, has said there is no fertilizer shortage in the country and there are sufficient stocks available. He said policies have been formulated regarding fertilizers and these policies will be followed in the supply and distribution process. He made these remarks while speaking to journalists after an ADP review meeting at the Secretariat today. The Agriculture Advisor also said that although importers are pressuring the government to allow onion imports, the government remains firm in its decision not to import onions in order to protect farmers' interest. He further informed that the appointment of superintendents of police has been categorized into 3 groups, A, B and C, based on the law and order situation in different districts. He said that after removing 18 previous SPs out of the total 64 districts, new SPs have been appointed to those positions and the remaining postings have been made in various districts through a lottery. Moving on to international news.